At the Tenno VIP party at Gamescom Cologne, we finally got some new information and sneak peeks into the upcoming, previously called unannounced Warframe update that we're gonna see in fall. I personally was at the Tenno VIP party. It was an amazing evening, even got to meet some of you, which was absolutely amazing, and naturally, I also got to hear what they said there. So, after a big shout out to all generous channel members who helped me keep the lights on, let's talk about it and do some good old theory crafting. Now, first of all, what do we know for certain? We got the title and also a title design for the new update, which will go by the name Warframe Koumei or Kumei, I don't know how it's pronounced, and the 5 Fates. I'll leave you a link to the official Warframe website that I take this information from in the video description down below in case you want to read it for yourself. But when we're looking at this picture and this design, we can kind of already take some information out of it. So, first and foremost, as with every big new Warframe update, we get a new take of the Warframe logo in the style of that update, which makes perfect sense, by the way, because more about this whole update will be announced at the Tokyo Game Show at the end of September, so it kind of would make sense to also bring a more Japanese-themed topic to showcase to the Japanese fans. Now, when we take a look at the background, we can clearly see that this is Cetus, so we're not sure whether we're gonna go back to Cetus, or at least there's gonna be some story in Cetus, but I'm definitely looking forward to it because I love the design of Cetus as a hub world. I would love to go back to it and explore more, especially also more story and more lore, hopefully. As for the visual design, this kind of gives me a bit more darker nitty-gritty vibes because of the gray and black and whitish kind of background and then this blood red logo on top. As to what exactly will be included in the update, for now, the only thing that they specifically said is that there is going to be a new Warframe. I don't know if that Warframe is going to be called Kumei or if Kumei is a different character. They didn't specify it just yet, as well as a new Vault Deluxe skin, which you see right here. And when we look at it, we not only see that this is absolutely stunning, I love this design, but it clearly also features some very obviously Japanese-inspired themes and features. Besides the new Warframe and the Vault skin, they didn't give any additional information as to what we're going to expect with this update, but judging from your quote-unquote standard or usual Warframe update scheme, it's pretty safe to assume that there will be some story quest related content, as well as a new game mode related to the new frame where you probably usually go and farm them and their weapons, or at least a fresh spin on an already existing mode. What exactly this will be? No idea. Maybe something Plains of Eidolon related. I mean, judging from the banner, this could very possibly be the case. But of course, we'll have to wait till Tokyo Game Show in September to learn more. As for the story part of the whole thing, I can of course only theory craft because I don't have any more information than what is written right here, so we're all basically tapping in the dark. But given from this logo and this title screen, which is in my opinion very obviously Japanese themed with this 5-leaf flower that is also a very common symbol in Japanese clan banners. You see it right here, there are a lot of banners that are featuring some kind of 5-leaf plant or a similar symbol. I think it's very safe to assume that we're gonna have a heavily Japanese inspired setting, not only with the logo, also naturally with the Vault skin. So when I hear a title like Kumei and the 5 Fates, this kind of gives me the vibes of Japanese folklore, which is a very rich resource. You know, there's a lot of stuff out there. I'm not really well versed in that, so I'm not going to make any definite statements here or anything. However, if the name Kumei or the term the 5 Fates rings some bells for you, then feel free to leave your opinion and your theory crafting in the comments down below. I'd be super happy to read your suggestions what this could maybe mean. But from the name and the whole presentation, I think this is going to be a sort of nitty-gritty, melancholic, Japanese-inspired folklore tale that is maybe sort of woven into the Ostron lore itself. Who knows? One thing we definitely do know though is that the new Nightwave season starts next week already on September 3rd, and that this one is going to be heavily Stalker inspired, where they did announce we are going to get some Stalker themed operator customization. That looked very sick on the picture. And then of course this naturally also means that you gotta wrap up your current Nightwave season until next week on Tuesday. So if you still have Nightwave credits, make sure to spend them until then. And if there is an item that you definitely want to have from this season, make sure to do your weekly tasks to be able to still snipe it before the season ends. In addition to Kumei and the 5 Fates, what they also talked about was the new Warframe Site 09, which they confirmed is not going to come with the Kumei update, but with the 1999 update in winter, so we unfortunately have to wait a little bit more. However, they gave a little bit more info by calling him a tactical talent, which kinda sorta sounds like he would be maybe a tactical expert or a sniper. We also saw that in this one scene in the 1999 trailer at TennoCon where he like snipes the big enemy away before Arthur can get to do it. But then again, they showed this picture right here of how Site 09 is gonna look in-game, and if you ask me, then what he's holding right there is not a sniper rifle. This looks like a heavy MG, and also from the way that his proto-frame version was depicted in the 1999 trailer, he kinda doesn't look like your standard stereotypical precise tactical sniper. He more looks like a tough warrior who, let's say, isn't really stingy on the lead, if you know what I mean. So yeah, what exactly Site 09 will be in the game at this point in time, we don't know. I still hope for and bank on the heavy warrior LMG type of guy. I kinda don't like snipers all that much, but we certainly will see. So much for the update news. We will get more information at Tokyo Game Show at the end of September. Make sure to finish your Nightwave before next week. Another big shout out to Niels V, Demon Lord Zell, Demon Emperor, Emperor Prime, Nostlinux Gaming, Lycan Shepherd, Turtle Pier, Pepper Wolf, Undercanio2, Misfire DX, Streamjet21, SignUpKing 5000, Griblip Yixi, Mihawk HE, Yagis, Hoke Hunter, and all other generous channel members for your continuous support. We see each other, hopefully in the next one, and until then, as always, good loot.